right out the window. What happens next is completely unpredictable. And if the bosses ask, Rich Herrera is 100% responsible. Welcome to the 933 Experiment. Wake up with Rich or play catch up all day. This is News Radio WRVA.
That is so bogus. Why is this all on me, Super Dave?
Because it's your show. Your name's on it. So.
Your name's on the show.
Why is if somebody says something outrageous during this segment that it's all on me?
Well, it was your idea.
That's true. All right. Time for the 933 Experiment. Oh, by the way, I looked this up first, fellas.
Can't wait to hear this.
You know, Kiss. Are you a Kiss fan, Gary?
Sure.
Dave, you've seen them, right?
4 times.
Okay, I've seen them once. Gary, have you ever seen them?
I have not.
Incredible show.
Linda has.
Incredible show.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
Why don't we hang out with Linda more? She likes better music.
So yeah,
Right?
Linda, I told
let's be honest. She's a little cooler than us.
Linda and Dave could be friends because she likes hair bands.
Right.
She's a Steelers fan and she's pancakes over waffles.
Oh,
Oh, wow. That's, there's nothing, you don't need any more than that.
I'm just going to shut up right here. I told you that Kiss sold their likeness, their name, image, and likeness, and intellectual property to Pop House. Just like Kramer sold his to Jay Peterman.
Okay.
So I tried to figure out how much did Kramer get for his and how much did Kiss get for theirs. What are your guesses, fellas?
I have no guess.
I say Kiss got, I have no idea. 250 million, and Kramer got like, didn't he get like a Starbucks coffee or something?
No, that's when he was going to get that for life. When they
because he
spilled
burned himself. Yeah, that's right. Because
and
he
then
burned it. Coffee was too hot.
Right. And then Jackie Childs couldn't get him the money because he put a salve on.
He put the bomb on.
Put the bomb on. What do you put the bomb on?
Why'd you put the bomb on? Everybody knows what the bomb
All right,
is.
so Kiss sold their music catalog, name, image, likeness, intellectual property to Pop House for more than $300 million.
Okay, I said 250.
Back in 2024.
Not a bad guess.
No, that's pretty good. Cosmo Kramer sold the rights to his life stories to Jay Peterman for $750. So Peterman got a better deal. He just didn't get to do the makeup like Gene Simmons.
$750. Wow. Yeah. Well,
do you remember when
I take it.
Do you remember when they took the masks off?
Oh yeah.
And I want to say it was on like the album cover, and it was part of it, or it was an ad for it. They go, they still suck.
No, that's
is that
that's the Unmasked album,
right? Is that the one where they put on there?
No, the first album without makeup was Lick It Up.
Okay.
But yeah, the Unmasked album, boy, that album was bad too.
Right.
But yeah, the front is like a comic book kind of.
Yes,
thing,
that's it.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry. Why did I just ask you to do this?
And it's and it's like a photographer chasing them around trying to get pictures of them without their makeup on.
And they said,
yeah, then they take the masks off, and then they have the makeup under their masks.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. See,
and then it's the photographer that says, I think they still suck.
All right, I want to talk about something. I put this up on Facebook because this is rather amazing. Travel ball parents, are you paying for your kids' dreams, or are you living your dream? Because I brought this up a little bit earlier. It was a story, and I just said this. Little League World Series, I hate it. You put these kids in a position that you make them huge stars. It's kind of like being a Hollywood parent. So all these kids are playing in the Little League World Series. What's going to happen to them after they get done playing? When they have to go back to school? Like, they're not even going to school to begin the year. And then everybody and their brother's putting them up. They're in the newspaper. Everybody's pumping them up. What do they do in November when the adulation goes away? What do they do in December when they're nobodies again? You're just setting these kids up for complete and total failure. Youth sports is ridiculous that we spend $40 billion in youth sports. I know a kid that played high school football with my son. He would fly from San Diego to Arizona every weekend to play on a 7-on-7 flag football team. His parents would fly him every weekend. And all these parents have illusions of grandeur that if I invest money, my kid is going to go pro. Very little of them do. So I'm asking this question. You could chime in on the James River Air text line because we've got a lot of people that had chimed in earlier. Travel league sports, completely out of hand, completely ridiculous, and you are being sold a dream. But is it your kid's dream that he wants to play big leagues, baseball, NFL, NBA, or are you chasing your dream? And now there's this whole subculture of baseball moms, Super Dave. They wear the cute matching outfits. They have their Stanley Cup full of wine. It's like baseball mom life. And they do Instagram reels, and it's not about the kid, it's about them. Oh, hey, baseball mom life. Let me do a little TikTok video of how we load up our car because baseball life, we're on the road every weekend. Bunch of people were chiming in. I'll read one of these. Scott the Independent. Both parents and kids are doing for each other when it comes to Little League sports. They may have a future Tom Brady. I will tell you this, they don't. The chances of them having a future Tom Brady is about as much as them getting hit by lightning on the way to the game. And as far as both parents and kids doing for each other, that's great. But what about the other kid that's younger that doesn't play that sport or isn't on that team, that you drag him along like he's an appendage? You carry him along or her along. And I don't know. I know a ton of kids that the older brother, he was a little bit taller, a little bit bigger when they played Little League baseball. He was such a big star, and the little sister and little brothers got drug along whether they wanted to or not. And by the way, you're not spending time with your kids. You're not doing something. All you're doing is talking baseball. Dave, you umpired before, right? You told me that.
Yeah, when I was in high school.
Yeah, I umpired as an adult. I went to umpire school. So I knew about umpiring. I'll tell you the story. You want to know how I got roped into being I got to be transparent. Here's how I got roped into being involved in Little League on the board of directors. If you want to chime in, because I know there's some travel league parents that are offended by what I'm saying, I'd love to hear your point of view. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Dave, I got drug into this because we were at a game. Riggs is playing, sitting there. Hey, come on, pal, let's go. Other side, these guys were really into it. They had this team, they had a bunch of travel league teams, whatever. And the ball came into the catcher. He's got in his glove. And if you've ever been to a Little League game, you know catcher's equipment never fits, right? It's always too big for the kids. So the kid, Dave, you've seen it before. He's got the glove under one arm, and he's trying to fix his helmet, and he's, fiddling around with the chest protector. We've all seen it before. But the team that was in the field where the catcher was forgot to call timeout. So the ball's still alive, play's still going. And the other team said, hey, they're not paying attention. Steal home. So he goes, no, go. And the kid who's standing on top of home plate gets trucked, trying to fix his mask. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Somebody's going to get hurt. I said, hey, knock it off. That's not, and I just yelled because I'm like, this is stupid. Somebody's grandfather on the other side said, hey, if you would teach your kids how to play baseball instead of being losers, then that wouldn't happen. And I'm looking like, oh, yeah, hey, good job, man. Let's teach these kids how to hurt each other. That's a great sportsmanship, I said sarcastically. Umpire turns around, looks at me, and goes, you're out of here. Throws me out of the game. I thought I was going to get crushed when I got home. So I had to go. Now, the worst part was, Dave, I left my keys in the stands, and I had to get somebody to go get my keys so I could drive away because they were going to forfeit the game. So I get home, and I think I'm going to get aired out. I'm like, oh, what am I going to say to Riggs? He comes in, he goes, Dad, that was the coolest thing ever. I'm so glad you got kicked out. I'm like, okay. My wife looks at me, and she goes, listen, big mouth. Either you're part of the solution or you're part of the problem. So you need to volunteer to get involved because you caused a ruckus. And if you're going to open your big fat mouth, go do something about it. So I said, okay, I'll join the board of directors. And they made me in charge of the umpires. So that was my punishment for getting kicked out. I became the umpire in charge and had to schedule all the umpires. Anytime there was a fight, anytime there was a dispute, they called me and I have to run down to the field. And I have these parents that are screaming at high school kids. And I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it. Oh, I'm like, no, we're not doing this anymore. People knew me in town because I worked for the baseball club. So, like, okay, they backed out. But there are a couple parents that wanted to fight me. I'm like, you want to fight over your 8-year-old's strike zone?
Yeah, I got some of that. I was in high school. I was a high school kid, and how I got into it was one of my friends says, "Oh, you know baseball? You need a summer job? Well, come umpire with me." And we did it, and it was okay. It was a fun summer job. It paid pretty well, and yeah, I had parents yell at me. I had two coaches almost come to blows on the field.
Yeah.
And I was the field umpire. And the plate umpire looks at me, he goes, "Go over to break that up." I go, "What? Get out of here." And they were like, 35-year-old men, and I'm
a kid.
17.
Right. I got a text message. If you're paying thousands of dollars for your son or daughter to play AAU or out-of-town state baseball, maybe, et cetera, maybe isn't good if your talent isn't enough for coaches, they'll find you. That's it. When I used to work in baseball, Super Dave, I would laugh because we'd have scouts following kids, and we saw parents paying $20,000 in travel ball expenses, and then we draft them and we try to give them $100,000, and it wasn't enough. And sometimes our farm director looking like, "Wait a minute, you're paying $20,000. I'm offering to pay you money instead of you paying to play baseball, and it's still not good enough." Well, he should have been drafted higher. He should have been a bonus baby for $1 million. Well, he got drafted in the 4th round. We want first round money. Okay, fine. You know what? Go back to the draft next year. Go back to the draft next year. But I've also read, Dave, that this generation, or the last generation, doesn't think their kids will have it better than them, so they invest money into their kids thinking that's going to make the difference. If little Johnny is 5'10" and weighs $135, I don't care how much money you spend, he is not going to make it in the NBA. If little Johnny cannot run fast enough and he is not strong enough, he's not big enough, he's not talented enough, and he doesn't have the drive, I don't care how much money you pay for travel coaches, he is not going to make it in the National Football League. If your daughter loves softball, but she weighs 95 pounds, she's not going to get a college scholarship. And everybody looks at all these kids that, Arch Manning, thinking, "Oh, I got the next Arch Manning." Let me tell you this. You don't. You don't. You could tell the kids there's something special about this kid, and they're going to be a great pro one day. But now, and I helped coach high school football at the highest level in San Diego, and the kids were the greatest stars on my team, and the team that we had would consistently go to the state championship throughout the entire state of California. Our best players barely made Division II schools and kind of made a Division I, maybe 1 out of the 50, 2 out of the 50, 3 out of the 50. You want to comment, and now the text messages are flowing in, and we're also getting them on our Facebook as well. Facebook.com/newsradio WRVA, Facebook.com/newsradio WRVA, and you can call in. I'll grab a call or two before the top of the hour. 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. I only stand it if a kid is absolutely elite. Otherwise, I'm not sure it makes sense for anybody. However, if you want to play at the Division I level, you have to do it. That's what they tell you. But I'll tell you this, and by the way, I've talked with recruiting coordinators. I've been around college coaches enough. They'll come find you. They're begging for you. You don't have to come find you. You don't have to come find them. They'll come find you. That's the whole thing, that all these coaches sell this on FOMO, fear of missing out. Guarantee you. Danny says, too much a money thing. Growing up, our youth sports had sponsors that covered uniforms, rec departments, provided fields, umps, the basics. Year-round travel teams are expensive and forces specialization at an early age, destroys the kids being kids, and gets a taste of multiple sports. In my opinion, it attracts from experiencing a well-rounded childhood, 100%. Another one I just got in talks about the fact that even if you got a kid who wants to play in your local Little League, the travel ball hawks that will come and try to steal him away from this team or that team put so much pressure on the parents. Well, you're okay, but I'll tell you this. Unless you come play for my elite team and give me $10,000 a year, you'll never get to college. I just got one. Okay. Oh, this is a perfect one. My grandson plays baseball. He's 11 years old. He's already seeing a sports doctor due to an injury, having Little League elbow. He was playing every weekend, sometimes 4 or 5 days a week for school, playing on rec teams, playing for travel teams. He was getting invited to tournaments out of state to play for other teams. It's too much for kids that young. Plus, it's very emotional. A lot of highs and a lot of lows. They're washed up and ruined by the time they're 14. Most of it is just absolutely awful. And he says, he repeats this, what I see, should have seen the dads living vicariously through their kids. It's amazing. It's amazing when you see that. Hey, keep the messages coming. Go to facebook.com/newsradio WRVA to continue the conversation. In fact, Dave and I will talk about this. We do a post-game show. Yesterday, we messed up the audio, but we'll do it correctly today. If you want to see us, we kind of recap what we did. We do it on Facebook right around 10 o'clock. We'll sit down and give you a recap of the show. We call it our post-game wrap. We do it only on facebook.com/newsradio WRVA. All right, you telling me to shut up, Dave? Yeah?
You got about 2 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me to shut up sooner than that. All right, today's National Anthem brought to you by Freedom Services Training, the biggest little gun store in town, located in Mechanicsville. That's coming up. Tomorrow, I'll have a pair of tickets to give away to see the Richmond Flying Squirrels. I'm going out there tomorrow night. You can come with us, hang out. I'm not sure if Dave's coming out. I know I'm going out. It's Bark in the Park. I wonder if I'll bring my dog Lady with me. Maybe. We'll see. So we'll do that tomorrow on the program. Also, we're going to talk about the price of beef. I reached out to the Virginia Cattlemen's Association. Just
1 minute.
talking about the cost of living. So that's coming up on the program tomorrow as well. Hey, quick reminder. Coming up September 8th at the Richmond Flying Squirrels, it's a Tuesday. We're having our second annual prostate cancer screening, a free prostate cancer screening for men. If you don't have insurance and you haven't been able to get your prostate cancer screening, your PSA test, we'll do it out there in conjunction with Virginia Urology and the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Thank you to the Richmond Flying Squirrels for making all of that possible. Put it on your calendar. It is September 8th. We'll do it right outside CarMax Park, and Lou and the entire crew out there. Thank you guys very much for helping make this possible. All right, that's it. We're done. Dave's telling me to get out of here. Just a quick reminder, we get up every morning to do this for a reason. For me, there's things I still believe that we stand up for. One is my family, and the other is this great country that I'll always stand for. That's why we get up early every morning to bring you Richmond's Morning News. So until tomorrow, I'll see you at 6 o'clock right back here on News Radio WRVA.
Please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America. 1, 2. Oh, say can you